I'm talking and speaking only for the people who know that society is full of shit and they need the clarification to separate themselves and elevate themselves accordingly. I'm not here to be fucking Jesus Christ or just try to save the masses or none of that shit. I'm here to help liberate the individuals who know that they need more and already have the questions, already have the desire. We're not trying to put something in people that doesn't already exist. You can't put necessity in people, you feel me? So whatever you why your world is yours. I say all of that to say what? Listen, they're gonna tell me, they've been telling me since I was fucking young as hell, you're condescending, you're condescending. I don't disagree, I agree. But listen to this word. So condescending, right? Because it's always the individual identifying that I'm condescending. So that means you identify your relationship to my perspective, my level of standing. They say overstanding, understanding, standing. My level of standing, you're putting yourself in the lower place, right? Let's just put that as the first and foremost of the premise, because you're the one identifying condescension. So you're the one saying that I'm speaking from an elevated place. Anyway, condescension. It's a Latin word. There's no Germanic anything in it. Speaking English, but there are Latin prefixes and Latin suffixes and Germanic roots in a lot of these words in the English language. So break it down. Condescending, condescension, con. You have con in Spanish, it means with, right? Because Spanish is closer to Latin than English is. So you have con, right? You have conmigo, contigo, con pollo, con arroz, like con mantequilla, with, bro. It's just as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Then you have descension, which is the act of descending, which is de, meaning from, send, sent, right? So ascend, descend. Ascend and descend is just up and down, right? So let's just keep it there. They say I'm condescending, I'm with descending, I'm with descension, and I don't disagree. Once you get to an elevated level of mentality, that's just what it is. If I'm on the 50th floor, on the 70th floor, and you're on the ground floor, and I'm speaking to you, you will identify that I am speaking to you from a higher level. So when they say that I'm condescending, like, I never speak with derision, but I speak from an elevated level of comprehension. And that's what most people are failing to recognize. Now, if I came down to people's level, they would think that their level is the only level. I need to speak from the elevated perspective because, one, it's elevated comprehension. You don't always step down to a child's level to explain to them, because after a while you'll habituate them to thinking that that's the normative standard. No, you're on level 1, you're on level 2. I'm on level, bro, we can't even calculate this shit. You can ask any of my clients who are on the program how profound the conversations really get. And they're all genius. It's all Sheikhy Chic sitting there talking with Sheikhy Chic and getting down to the root of really high-level existential problems and puzzles, and he's solving them on his own. Anyway, and he can articulate them. So it's condescending. That's what they say. Here nor there, your purpose is to get around people who are on an elevated level than you so that you can reach them. I'm going to continue to speak from level 50, from level 70, from level 80. I'm not coming down. Why am I not coming down? It's because you'll have the arrogance to only believe that your level is a level. So if I speak from 50 and I speak from 60 and I speak from 70, level 80 comprehension, that can show you the gap that you can now bridge. It avails you the ability to perceive a level higher than the level that you're not perceiving, because if you perceive the higher level, then you would ascend to that higher level, because no organism, no living being, no entity in the universe ever actually chose complacency when it knew better was possible. So all of you who know that better is an actual possibility, you don't believe it's a possibility for you, so you don't make that leap. But you see other people doing it, which renders you inferior in contrast to other people, because other people are doing what you know is possible in general, which means it's possible for humans, but you don't believe it's possible for you, so that makes you not doing it, makes you inferior to the people who are making the possibilities realities. Whatever you why your world is yours. Just because we're on the same physical plane doesn't mean that we're on the same mental plane. A lot of people make that mistake. It's a foolish endeavor to assume that because we're walking on the same physical three-dimensional plane that we're existing on the same mental plane. Whatever you why your world is yours, that is the furthest from the truth. I'm in Mackie, Sheikhy Chic, whoever the fuck you want to call me at any given point in time, is an individual who is a crown chakra master, bro. Like, I own, and that's the funniest thing about my journey and my progression and my evolution. It was never a journey of ascension. I was never seeking to ascend. I actually had to descend. I was living in such a crown universal awareness. I was living in such an enlightened by nature perspective that root chakra was my final destination. Do you understand that? A lot of you live in the corporeal, you live in the finite mind, you live in the animal, you live in the creature. You start off in the dunya, you start off as a base level creature, and you need to then ascend into higher frequencies to achieve enlightenment. I was born this way. People ask me all the fucking time. I was born this way. And it was always a discomfort. That's what most of you have. Money issues, physical body issues, safety, security, earth issues. So it's not about astral planes. It's not about the mental plane. It's not about the spiritual plane. It's recognizing that you have earth issues that you're not addressing. And that was my whole journey. The sober, the fit. The sober and the fit are the physical aspects of life. Those are your corporeal, those are your carnated levels. YWY, your world is yours. So once you see individuals who claim enlightenment, but who are not sober and who are not fit, they're not enlightened. They may possess an awareness, but to know and to not be is the highlight of poor intelligence, because as we said earlier, if you know you could be more and you choose to be less, then that's an operation of inferior intelligence. Consider the vibrations raised. So they will say that I'm condescending. I don't give a fuck. I agree. I'm fully with that. And this is when we get down to this level. Everything is not equal. The only people who vie for equality are the incompetent people who need their incompetence and their ineptitudes accommodated, and they want people to adjust to their loser shit. This life is level up or shut the fuck up. It's really like that. I'm not your equal. You are not my equal. There are people who are superior to me in certain realms of human endeavor, right? Likewise, I'm superior to many people across many realms of human endeavor. The one thing that was my weakest point was physicality. Now I'm rack pulling with my bare hands, 405 pounds, bench pressing 225. I haven't shown the video only because I want to get that shit clean as fuck. I'm squatting 225 for reps. This is Ayman Mackey, the skinniest, physically weaker individual who did the work to become and highlight his weakness. So whatever you are, your world is yours. Take this video and understand that fuck all of these losers. You can't put necessity into an individual. This is what I realized on my own because I have conversations with Sheikhy Chic all day. You know, Wes Watson said, when a man is more valuable to the world and himself when he walks alone because he has the opportunity to reflect. Something along those lines. I get the chance to sit with Sheikhy Chic all day, every day, and have conversations and ask questions to Sheikhy Chic. And then when Sheikhy Chic asks questions, he questions the questions, and then he gives an answer, and then he creates more questions based on the answer that's provided that gives him an opportunity to think in different directions. I'm here for you all who need to ascend, to descend, to master the ladder. I made a video in Alexandria. It's called The 7 Rays. It's on this YouTube channel. You have to master all 7 rays. Yeah, I have a predominance, which is crown chakra, ajna, third eye chakra. Those are my elevators. You know what I'm saying? Heart, throat, third eye, crown. That's all I was before I started working out. Then it became solar plexus, willpower. It became sacral, creative juices, gut instinct. And then it became nuts, gonads. Drop your nuts. Root chakra, legs, stability. Right? Earth. So many of you just live in the red. You live in the root. And you live in your loins. You live and you're controlled by your animal. And maybe you have the ganglion to will. Some of you are willful, but your heart chakra is closed. You don't speak no truth. You don't have no truth to speak. You don't see shit. You don't understand shit. I understood. I saw. I spoke. I was open. But you still have levels to master. Certain individuals, they need to achieve enlightenment as a frequency every day. I need to achieve descension every day. Some of you need to get grounded. You need to learn to ground yourself. You're not grounded. And it's because you can perceive life, because everything is everything at the same time. It's just what level of indication are you living on. I made a tweet about this. I'll post it. You can look at life like you're perceiving photons and everything is light, but then you get more specific and more specific. This earth shit is shit, jizz, blood, and bone. It's dookie, cum, blood, and bone, and flesh. This shit is gritty. And although most people only live on that surface level, you have to recognize that there are deeper levels of apprehension, comprehension, deeper levels of perception, apperception. I've become what I need to become, and I only reveal myself in certain form so that you can relate better. But again, these videos are no longer for those individuals who need motivation. What the fuck? Are you motivated to stay a bum bitch? Then stay a bum bitch. I don't know, bro. We evolve just because. We elevate just because. We grow just because. So don't let them tell you you're condescending. And many people will think that they're on my level. They think they're on my level of emotional intelligence and certain levels of compassion and empathy. There's certain skills that are in the metaphysical that you need to cultivate, your ethics. Don't use this as a defense for your own arrogance. There are many people who will do that. Very few, I'm one of one, very few can actually speak from an elevated standpoint of compassion mixed with the compression. But the intention was never to create hierarchy or I'm better than you. I am better than people. You can be just as good. Everybody has the equal opportunity to become just as good. But until you become just as good or better, then you suck. That's just what it is. I never made a competition out of anything. That's the funniest thing. Y'all literally watched Ayman, the skinniest, probably the physically weakest individual, get wild strong, get wild rich, and get wild free, and he didn't make it a competition. It was an invitation the whole time. So you let yourself miss that wave. The wave doesn't stop. It's still an invitation. But I'm more sharp in seeing that a lot of people weird, bro. So, you know, I'm more keyed up than ever before. So you get on the team, it's your responsibility. A lot of people will get around you and fail just to make you look bad. If you fail, that's on you. That's your responsibility. God didn't do anything wrong. Sheikhy Chic didn't underdeliver. You failed you. And your failure is not a reflection of Sheikhy Chic or God, bro. Your failure in life is a reflection of you as a soul and your inability to coordinate your mind to your external and internal environment accordingly and adjust properly. That's just what it is. Adapt or fucking fail in life. Your world is yours. Consider the vibration wave.